Hello, my name is Andrew Coe and I'm a tutor for the Business of Motorsport program at the National Motorsport Academy. So I've been asked who are the Business of Motorsport courses for? Well, the courses are designed specifically to appeal to those with a very strong interest in working within motorsport, or equally as relevant to those who might already be working within the sport but are keen to improve their knowledge and their experience of aspects of the sport and the industry to which they may not have been previously exposed. So to that extent, studying with the NMA to gain an academic qualification, which is focused exclusively, and I think we can also say uniquely, on the business of motorsport is as good a way as any of standing out from the crowd and hopefully furthering your career. The courses are, and it's an often overused word, they're unique in being focused solely on the business aspects of the sport. And there are many excellent programs available which allow those with an interest in the engineering or the technical side to study and progress. But of course, there are many employment opportunities in the industry which require skills not necessarily provided by such programs. And the majority of jobs in and around the industry are those which require, for example, commercial skills, a knowledge of how the financial or legal business works, and how these functions are absolutely fundamental to the success of the businesses which develop and manage the sporting activity which we all see and takes place on the track. Successful competitive teams in all walks of life are made up of individuals with skills drawn from different aspects of business, and it's this concept which Genevieve and I discussed some years ago now, which provided the impetus to develop this MBA style program based purely on motorsport. And based on our experience, it was clear that the industry sorely needed this program to help fast track new talent into the organisations whose business motorsport is. So what skills will students develop on the course? The 8 modules are designed to cover many aspects of the sport and the business. But the 2 modules that I'm responsible for, just as an example, are focused on the history, the governance and the commercial structures. Basically, how does the sport organise and govern itself? It's an interesting topic as a motorsport fan, but it's absolutely vital if your chosen career is to work within the sport. And similarly, my other module allows students to look at the importance of many aspects of the commercial activity which pervades all areas of motorsport these days, from the costs of competing, the importance of sponsorship, the types of sponsorship, and also how events work. And the other 6 modules all provide an in-depth study on how the sport and the industry interact to produce the global spectacle which motorsport has become today. So why does the industry need this course? Well, again, for the very good reason that there's nothing like this anywhere else in the world. And as someone who's worked in and around sport for much of my career, I know that many sports can be comparably inward-looking and populated at the very highest levels, sometimes by those who've oodles of enthusiasm and passion, but perhaps having competed themselves and being attracted to work in the sport by their passion, but sometimes not having benefited from the opportunity to bring business expertise and skills from other jobs or other industries. It's a bit of a cliche, but also perhaps a truism to say that some industries suffer from not knowing what they don't know. So again, this program has been created and designed from the earliest days to bring new experience and a wider knowledge of business to those working and aspiring to work within the sport. MBA programs, of course, are excellent in themselves and they're very useful for the individual. But this is, as I hope the message has become clear, this program is in essence an MBA built to educate students about the business of motorsport. It's therefore more relevant to you if your career plan is to aspire to become a senior manager or responsible for commercial, legal, marketing activities, any of the huge number of roles which are essential to the good management of organisations involved in motorsport. And perhaps after football, motorsport is the most commercially successful sport in the world.